Instant Replay is your local sports bar. With 18 big screen TVs, we have all the sports packages from college games to pro games. We offer daily drink specials, and come check out the Bullpen, our newly renovated beer garden. Instant Replay, 2739 Chestnut in Quincy.
Hey everybody, we're here at Celebrations Party and Event Rental here at 1028 Jersey. Here talking to Matt Hochgraber, and of course Brittany Bull is here. Today we're chatting about something that is kind of near and dear to me, of course, because you are a family, but Celebrations is a family-owned and operated business, which brings with it all kinds of advantages. So I wanted to talk a little bit about that today, but to start, what got you into Celebrations Party and Event Rental?
So actually my uncle owned it for 16 years. He was at the mall and built it up to what it is today, and he still helps me out a couple times a week whenever I need it, especially the busy season.
Yeah.
Both my aunt and uncle. And then just talking one day and decided that owning my own business was a thing to do.
Yeah.
So,
Carrying it on with the family, truly family owned.
Yeah, it is. So, of course, you and your wife, Abigail, own this business, but it takes an entire family and an entire community to make it work, which is why you give back. And so before we get to the giving back, let's talk about the family. So even my wonderful mother works here, and I love the stories that I hear because they're always, you're always busy. You always have stuff to do. You're always supporting everyone who comes to you as far as customers. They leave as friends, I think, right? And my mom loves it here, of course, but then giving back to the community that so graciously gives to you and makes celebrations possible. What are some things that you think kind of separate or differentiate Celebrations from any other event rental place?
I do like doing business with other businesses that do business with me. So like yesterday, I don't know if your mom told you or not, but I had a bride come in, and by the end of the conversation, I ended up buying a pig. So,
What?
Yeah, it's just random stuff that does happen.
What are you going to do with this pig?
I don't know if Abby knows it yet, but
Surprise, Abby!
Yeah, we're getting a pig, so it just...
Wait, is this a pig that's going to be eaten?
Butchered, yeah.
Okay, I was like, you're just going to have a pig running around your house?
That's
Colton
immediately
would love it.
what I thought.
Yeah.
Yeah, but no, it's just, I like doing business with other people that do business with us, and then especially the small businesses, like everything on like the 6th Street that just happened last week, and that was great. But we like giving back, and then just getting around the community and meeting different people.
Yeah.
So,
Did you help set up in 6th Street last week?
we provided the tables and chairs for everybody to eat with, so meeting everybody down there was a good time, and then actually enjoying the evening down there was a good thing. I can't wait till that's fully open and ready to go. So.
Yeah, excellent. And then of course, we talk about the advantages for customers coming into a family-owned and operated business. So I talked about, of course you have a vision. You know what you want Celebrations to be. You know the service you want to provide, but it also allows you to be able to provide that service. And you mentioned something that I think is really cool, and that is that you don't have, you won't turn anybody away, right?
No, I don't see a reason for, anybody can have their special day. So it makes a difference who you are, what you believe in. So if there's something that we can do that will provide for your special day to make it even better, then I'm here to help. So I don't see a reason why to turn anybody away.
I love that. Yeah. And then of course stability, like we mentioned, you have family working for you. You also have a great staff outside of family, which has of course naturally become family, but it provides a stability in a community that you're not going anywhere. So somebody's not going to, plan a party with you and then, out of nowhere, Celebrations is no longer in existence, right?
We're here to stay.
Yeah, which I love. And then, of course, just the culture of a family-run business. You know who you are, you know what you want to provide the community, and you do that very well, right?
Yep.
So, and of course, there are a host of other benefits to being a family-owned and operated business, but when you're a customer working with a family-owned and operated business,
you feel like family
yourself. You do. You just feel more at home, and you're more than just a number. You are actually someone who is making a difference in Matt and Abby's life, and they're making a difference in yours. So it's a good collaborative relationship that I think once you come here once, it will not be the only time, right?
No.
You get a lot of repeat
Yeah.
customers.
Oh, yeah. Yep.
Because it's just, it is that type of a company, of an organization. It's a great, they offer great things, but outside of that, they're just great people. So it really is.
And regardless, keeping it local is important too.
Right,
Being family owned and operated, like local means everything stays here.
Right.
And that's huge, I think.
Yeah.
Local means you have a face
Yep.
to answer to. Half
Right.
the time, I think some people are doing a lot of their shopping online, you know, myself included, but
Right.
it's a hassle when you don't have the person or the face to answer the questions directly behind.
Sure.
And this is something that I think
Yeah,
is,
and more when you call, you get AI, you get an
Yeah.
operator, you have to scream, representative!
I mean, how many times do you want to just hang up too at
Oh,
that
yeah.
point?
Yeah. You're the way you say representative on, you know, when you're trying to get to one is your true personality. Mine is a nightmare.
Yeah.
But you won't have that here at Celebrations. When you call, you will speak to someone. They will address your concerns immediately and make sure you have what you need for, as Matt mentioned, you know, your special day, regardless of what that may be. So real quick, let's run through everything that you offer from, you know, big to small.
Tents is the biggest thing. Tables, chairs, and we do have 4 different styles of chairs. Tables would be around a rectangle. We have linens for each of our tables, to the seat or to the floor. And then dinnerware, we have 3 different styles of plates. And actually, we just made a long trip and I bought real china.
Ooh.
So I had a couple brides that request real china, so now I have a 4th style
Fancy.
of plates. So
I think they call that bougie. I love it. I love it. Yeah.
Yeah, but we do have a 4 style now, and then we do have 2 different styles of silverware we can provide. So.
And pickup and delivery.
Oh yeah.
And just hassle-free. Hassle-free, because when you're planning an event or a party, the last thing you need is more hassle.
Yeah.
Right? So before we talked about community, of course, it's big with Celebrations, and of course Celebrations is huge to our community. One way that Celebrations gives back is by doing the Muddy River News birthday of the month.
Yeah.
So
and supporting your local news. Thank you for doing
Yep.
that.
yes, right.
No
Thank you for supporting us.
Yeah.
So, Celebrations and Muddy River News birthday of the month for September. We're going to announce the winner
And
right
the prize
now.
is something local too.
yeah.
Local
Yeah.
helping a local.
The Maestros,
Maestros
and
Maestros, yeah.
the
Right.
Sweet Treats.
And Sweet
Awesome.
Treats.
Yep.
So the winner of the birthday of the month is winning a gift certificate to Maestros and to Sweet Treats, both brought to you by, of course, Celebrations. And we thank everybody who's involved and makes this possible, because it's so fun, and we want to congratulate the winner, which we will pull now, right?
Birthday of the month.
Here we go, drum roll.
The winner is
Mary Sheeler.
September 8th.
September 8th.
Happy birthday.
birthday. Yes. Congratulations, Mary. Again, birthday of the month brought to you by Muddy River News and Celebrations Party and Event Rental here at 1028 Jersey. Make sure you stop by for all of your party and event rental needs. Fully recommend, fully endorse, 10 out of 10. Mr. Matt, thank
Go
you so
Matt.
much.
No problem.
Yeah, appreciate it. And congratulations again to Mary Sheeler. Make sure you stop into Celebrations to pick up your prize. Congratulations, and I think that does it for today, right?
Yeah.
All right.
Thank you.
Thanks.
The Tower, a great place to meet and eat. But did you know the Tower has one of the finest drink selections in our area? Along with its incredible Mexican menu, the Tower specializes in tequilas for every taste. Names like Patron, Cabo Wabo, and Hornitos. And don't forget the margaritas. On Mondays and Tuesdays, stop by and pick up a single topping pizza and get Tower margaritas to go. Enjoy the Tower at home or in our dining room, bar area, or the Tower's signature climate-controlled porch. The Tower Pizza and Mexican in Quincy.
Kelly's has been a fun place to eat and drink in Quincy since 1982. A fun and friendly atmosphere, food with flavor, homemade cinnamon rolls, and famous cheese soup, the best menu in town. Kelly's, 2902 Broadway, Quincy.
Welcome to the Abbey, a Quincy tradition. With 6 big screens, a new larger kitchen, and now more seating capacity, the Abbey is the place to be. Before, during, and after the big game. Come enjoy fan favorite appetizers, steaks, burgers, and a variety of daily food and drink specials. Can't join us? Carryout is available too. Now with a convenient drive-up window to better serve you. 1736 Spring in Quincy. Opens at 3 p.m. Tuesday through Sunday. Come join all your friends at the Abbey, a Quincy tradition.
The Liquor Booth is your home for a huge selection of beer, wine, and spirits. The Liquor Booth has 2 locations in Quincy, 3520 Broadway and 1500 North 12th Street. The Liquor Booth, where it's always happy hour.
Are you looking for the perfect venue for your next special event? Check out Utopia Event Center. Utopia has a large banquet room and an awesome bar area, perfect for anything from birthday parties to formal corporate meetings. It also offers a photo booth, stage for a DJ or a live band, and a fully stocked bar, all for only $300. Check us out at utopiaeventcenter.com or call Barn at 217-430-6559 for more information. Utopia Event Center, 900 North 12th Street in Quincy.
Instant Replay is your local sports bar. With 18 big screen TVs, we have all the sports packages from college games to pro games. We offer daily drink specials, and come check out the Bullpen, our newly renovated beer garden. Instant Replay, 2739 Chestnut in Quincy.
And now it's time for
Coffee Talk.
Okay. Anyway, today, I feel like every time we say it, I mention how we say it, and it's just, that ship has sailed. We're never going to get it right, so deal with it. Anyway, we are here with all of the tea on Coffee Talk, of course, brought to you by EFB. Thank you. Cheers to EFB.
Cheers.
Which, of course, they're on, is that 6th Street that they're on?
Yep.
Yeah. So go check them out. They have fantastic coffee. The vibe is it's
The daddy of the downtown coffees.
It's
They're
awesome.
heading that 6th Street, well, actually, they're kind of in the middle of it, but on the corner of 6th and Hampshire.
Yeah.
I call them like the anchor on that side.
Absolutely.
And then you have 8 Open on the other side, and all kinds of
great
good stuff in between.
Yeah, great stuff. So go check them out, EFB. They are kind enough to bring you Coffee Talk.
Yeah.
So today's coffee is, of course, related to our community, related to, what would we call it before? The nipple of the, what was it? The dome? It's like what do you call it?
Well,
like
it was the big blue
booby. Yeah.
The big blue booby.
Yeah, because it's down on the riverfront. I'm sure people have seen it.
Make sure to check out David Adams' story. It
Yep.
came out on Tuesday, and so you'll know exactly what we're talking about. This is where we get our facts from.
Yeah.
Is David. Thanks, David.
Thanks, David. It's the sludgery, I think is what it's called, or house.
They call it the sludge dome.
Sludge dome.
They do call it the sludge dome.
Yeah, it's the big blue dome that has the blue painted roof, which is why we refer to it as the blue boob, because
Because
there's
there's
a
thing
little
on top.
nip on top. Anyway, not that that's important. That really is irrelevant. But I guess the topic at hand is it needs to be torn down.
Mm-hmm.
The Riverfront Committee wants it torn down.
Yeah.
Right?
Oh, yeah.
Because
Now they're just trying to
developing.
figure out where the funding for that is coming from. So it was proposed that, there's a $350,000 grant that came from Jill Tracy. She had that secured, I believe, maybe 3 or 4 years ago. It's been secured for some time, and now they need to spend it.
Okay.
A gist with that is they need to spend the whole thing. You can't just spend part of it.
Oh.
But they're not quite sure on that either. There's a lot of not quite sures with this. So $350,000. It's a grant.
Specifically designed to go for
Riverfront development.
Okay.
So, and quality of life. My question to David was, could they use that money then for street structure down by the riverfront? Because you would think like you would want to build from the ground up, but then that questions is filling potholes, filling quality of life. I mean, to me, yes, it is.
You
but
can ask my car. I think she would say yes. Yeah.
I think that the quality of life thing is going to blur lines, I think, a little bit.
Well, it's a little subjective.
Yeah.
Right?
So is bringing down a dome quality of life? I mean, yeah, because it has to be done to do the next thing. But again, what was brought to the table was that they were going to use money from the water fund to take down the dome, because they got a low bid of like 143. So instead of using that 350 for that, they wanted to come from the water fund. That way, the Riverfront Committee has a whole $350,000 to spend instead of 200 something for a project.
Okay. Here are my thoughts. Number one, the question I would have is, would we tear this dome down if it weren't for riverfront development?
I think regardless, Yes, because we've talked to people in the past. When I was mayor for a day, I remember
Yeah.
Jeffrey Conti saying, like, regardless of the riverfront development, this was needing to come down. I kind of forgot why. Something
Okay.
about maybe like cement hardening in pipes. I think
Yeah.
that was mentioned in the story
Because he said
too.
if it's not continuously churning, then it's gonna harden into like a cement-like substance.
Yeah, will it become a big cement boob?
Hey,
I don't
mean,
know. I don't know. But yeah, it needs to come down,
Yeah.
I guess.
because
in
that would
order
be
to
my
do-
question. If we weren't gonna have to spend the money, if it weren't for riverfront development, then I would say that that money should come out of the riverfront development, or at least split with the water, the water, whatever fund.
But regardless, it was shot down to take from the water fund.
Okay,
It was a 7-6 vote.
okay,
I think some of the reasoning was our water rates have increased by 15% twice now.
and poop-apocalypse or whatever you
Yeah.
call it.
Yeah.
We just have infrastructure issues. I
I
don't think the cement boob is like of utmost priority.
But also, they're trying to make it so that that 350 is able to be spent by the Riverfront Development Committee as a whole 350.
Gotcha.
And it has a timestamp on it, so that's why they're trying to get it done quickly. To me, my opinion on it is that I think it sounds like, we're trying to give a committee that doesn't have a set plan, money, and they don't know what they're gonna do with it. It's almost like, and I was saying to David.
How did they get $350,000 in grant money without having a plan for that money?
Originally we had a plan. It's called the Master Front Plan.
Yeah. Okay.
And-
but don't you have to then use that money for that? Like if you get a grant,
Yes, but it
for
was
even
shot,
$5.
It was shot down by the public because the first step in that was burying of the power lines.
Yeah.
And
So now
people-
they still have the grant money that they can then go back and say we're going to use it for this.
Yes. and
Okay.
it's time stamped.
Okay.
I don't really know the timestamp. Neither do they. They don't know the timestamp either, and
Yeah.
they don't know exactly, the details. Like I said, it was questioned: can we spend just this on the dome and then put money towards something else, or
Yeah.
do we have to take that money back? Regardless, it's not free. It's not free money. It's
Yeah.
grant money.
Right.
And so what I was telling David when I was reading his story is it's like kind of giving a homeless person without a job $1 million home, and
Yeah.
then being like, here you go. We're not going to be able to
It's
take.
like me giving my kid $300 and being like, I don't know why you need this, but here's money. Hopefully you do what you maybe promised to do with it.
Yeah.
But I don't get
But
it.
by giving your kid the 300, I don't know if there's necessarily maintenance behind it because she's just buying like her Lulu
No,
leggings
there's
or
maintenance
whatever.
behind it.
But with the house, like you give a homeless person a house, they can't pay their property taxes
Oh,
on it.
it's like
they can't.
that show that they
yeah.
used to do, Ty Pennington or whatever, where they would
Yes.
do the remodel of the home and then
Yes.
the property taxes would go up so
And then
high
they-
and then they couldn't afford the home.
Exactly.
Yeah, that makes sense.
So right now, I think again they're still looking into the splash pad. So maybe like a $350,000 splash pad. I can't say for sure what it is because I don't know the plan. They don't
Yeah.
know the plan. There is a meeting that's going to be going on tonight, Wednesday, a riverfront meeting, and I'm sure David or somebody will have the exclusive on
Yeah.
that. Yeah, he's probably covering that, and Bob's probably covering school board, which is going to be a big one too. So.
Yeah, absolutely. More to come on that for sure. But always something interesting, especially when the riverfront is involved. It seems like there's a lot of stuff up in the air. So
It is. It's
Yeah.
also a good thing is is it the chicken or the egg?
Yeah.
Are we? I don't know how you do that, but are we asking for something
well,
before
yeah.
something?
And when the riverfront committee did the master plan, was there a section called things that need to be done before we develop? Because I think that should be, the hit list of tackling.
I mean, I think they had a pretty
it was pretty solid when I saw it.
solid plan.
But was the
But
blue
the-
thing involved? Was the dome involved? Was
I
the
think so.
burying? Okay, well, maybe they could use that
But a
money.
lot of that money was pulled back from city, county, and park district that was promised. to
Yeah,
them.
okay.
This
now it's all
state
coming
money
back to me
is
now.
still in place, but no plan, and there isn't revenue. So the city, park, county have revenue coming into there's no revenue right now coming into the riverfront committee.
Okay.
It's all based on donations and.
Well, I guess I would need to know what spending the money to tear down the sludge dome would allow for the Riverfront Committee to fully commit to.
Yeah,
And
I
if
agree.
it is the
I wanna hear-
splash pad,
If it's a $350,000 splash pad, I don't necessarily.
I just want to see it. Like, I
Yeah.
want to see, and maybe that's just my lack of involvement in it thus far, but it's probably because,
I think a good step was putting that $350,000 towards infrastructure down by the river.
yeah,
You know, if you walk down there, the
bush.
bush.
Is that Park District? Is that?
It's Park District and City still.
Okay,
But then just the crumbling pavement,
yeah,
you know, or just the landscape around there.
yeah,
Put it towards that.
yeah.
Build up, I guess.
Yeah. Yeah, because eventually you're going to have to, everything's going to have to be fixed. But if you have $350,000 that you have to spend today, and you have to justify it that it is a part of quality of life, yeah, I think there's plenty of stuff. Someone just needs to sit down and say, this is what we're going to do.
Hopefully they get that done.
Yeah, right? And if the sludge dome has to come down, I don't know, maybe they could split it, use some of that money towards it. I don't know. I don't really
Yeah.
want it coming out of the waterfront because I feel like we have enough that could be earmarked for.
Yeah.
But I could be wrong there too, so.
Yeah, I don't know. I was always taught to just save for a rainy day.
Yeah, right?
So,
Yeah, well, and there have been a lot of those lately, thank goodness, because we definitely needed the rain.
yes.
And yeah, we'll have more on school board
Yes.
and more on this once we have our T's crossed and our I's dotted, which maybe will happen, maybe not. Either
Or
way,
maybe
we're
we'll
gonna
just be sitting here sipping on the tea.
we're gonna be sipping the tea and spilling the tea here on
Coffee Talk.